Hello everyone, and welcome back to Game Droid, and welcome back to Thea. While I've been gathering some wicker and constructing some food and making some baskets out of the sugarcane I brought back earlier, I've been sort of just ticking through the turns, and I've had Lada come and start the the Divine Quest, which is the quest for my god. I just leveled up because I've just been constructing some items, so strength, will, health, and tactics for my expedition, and for Ostroya, speech, will, and perception. I just built another basket out of some of the items I'd brought back with me earlier, so I will give that basket to him. Actually no, she has a +3 and she is the one I want to have the better basket. You can have that jacket to keep yourself safe. And you can see actually, if we have a look at the equipment page, that they all have, or that they should all have, +1 to their medical skills for the herbalist's hut. It's just a flat effect. Increases the efficiency of healing when food and burning materials are stocked in the village. Okay, fair enough. So we've got a smithy, we've got a herbalist hut, we've got a pasture. We've got nothing special yet, but we are collecting some wicker over here. We have some points that I can spend to get either Nimblewood, Elfwood. I'd probably go with Elfwood next, to be fair, because Elfwood is a great way of sort of attracting elves to your town. But in the meantime, we're going to go with another pasture. I know, I'm building all the pastures trying to attract people to my town. And we are gathering wicker for gathering baskets. So here we go, we've gathered string, vegetables, meat from the pastures, herbs from the herbalist hut, some wood, and in the meantime we have gathered 7 wicker, so we're up to 21 wicker on him. That's good. I think we'll probably do 2 more turns, gather another 2 wicker, another batch of wicker from there. There we go. And then as they're starting to run out of food, we can break camp and head them back to Ostroya. In the meantime, what do we have nearby? We have some elven wood just here, so I'll probably go with elven wood. And I'll also probably go into crafting, and I'll probably grab possibly light armors, but I think I'll probably grab jewellery first, because we have some sources of jewellery nearby, and I can actually use that quite well. So if I go into production and crafting, and I go into my jewellery tab, what I can do is I can start looking at what I can build with my jewellery. So I need to use something, so I need to actually gather some coal as well before I can start making jewellery en masse. But that's okay, because there's coal very near my town. So we'll head back in and we'll drop off this wicker. A little bit of an encounter on the way. I'm not a devotee of Perun, so I'm going to bend his will. We lost some wood and some food, and we took a few minor wounds. That's fine, I don't mind that at all. And another encounter. It's always when you're just about to get home. Okay, let's bury them because it's the right thing to do, and in burying them, one of our characters learnt to be a little bit more health conscious and perhaps not as blasé with their own health, which is fair enough. That's fine, we'll accept that. So what I want to do now is, it's going to seem a little bit counterintuitive, but I actually now want to pull these baskets out of here so that we have baskets in our expedition, and then I'm actually going to equip our expedition, and we're going to actually equip our warriors with baskets. I know, it seems a little bit barking, but there is method to my madness. And we will move them down on the next turn and have them start gathering production, crafting, baskets, wicker wood, some string, and some wood. So these are +3 baskets. We'll make 2 of those. Nice and quick. Ooh, another child. We're going to grab a warrior because we lost one of our warriors. and we are going to equip her with a basket and a spear, and we're actually going to move her over into our expedition. And the expedition is going to move down here and set up camp. I actually have a problem. The expedition has no food with them. I can fix that. New expedition. You're not doing much. How much food can you carry? You're not massively strong, but let's see. 200 food or 100 food? 100 food. Continue anyway. You move down here and transfer your 100 food over, and then move back again and go back into town. So camp, gather. I want to gather as much coal as I can as fast as possible. It's going to take 4 turns to gather 16 coal, but that's fine. Do you not have any firewood? Damn it. New expedition. You 30 firewood. Confirm. Move down here. This is just me making all sorts of mistakes. Give them firewood and then go home again and merge back into the town. And surprisingly that doesn't affect anything they can do. So if I go into the production tab, I can actually just drop them back on here and they go straight back to building, straight back to gathering without any issues. So we've made another gathering basket. That can go onto one of our gatherers. And in the meantime, over in crafting, we can actually set about making a good crafting hammer. So we've got a 5% chance of this being improved. It's +3. What if I make it of gold? +3, iron, +2. Let's make it out of gold then. Actually no, let's make it out of steel because I can use the... +4. Beautiful. There we go. Because I can actually use the gold to make jewellery. 16 coal. Lovely. You can get the improved craft. Get rid of that ridiculous weapon. Ridiculous overweight weapon. And in the meantime we will cook up some herby meat. And make sure they are not eating it. Nope, don't eat that. There we go. So he's got 32 coal on him. They're going to strike camp and they're going to bring the coal back. So now that they've brought the coal back, I want to make sure they're not burning coal. Good. And what we can do now is we can actually start looking at jewellery we can make, which took a little bit of a while, but now we can actually look at jewellery we can make. So we can pop coal down in here. So we could make jewellery out of bone, which would give us backstab. Not really interested in backstab. If we make it out of amber, it gives us concentration, crafting and gathering. So that's actually not a bad pendant, because we can actually give that pendant, it only weighs 3, and we can actually give that pendant to our warriors who are out warrioring, and they gain a little bit of bonus gathering from that. That's actually not a bad pendant. It also gives us 5 science. So let's make 2 of those actually. And jewellery, we could make an elven wood and gold living wood brooch. So that gives us distraction and range damage. If we doubled up the elven wood, distraction and speech. What happens if it was gold first? Faint. A little bit more faint. Darkwood. Darkwood gives us folklore and feint. Feint is used in social and tactical challenges, kind of like poison. Folklore is quite useful. What if we put some malachite in there? Nothing from malachite in the second slot. What about malachite in the first slot? Fast reaction. Physical and sickness challenges. Monster bone gives us divination. which is used in intelligence and hex challenges and strength. Diamond gives us clear mind, used in social and tactical challenges. So that's a spear basically. Concentration, which is intellect and challenge, again spear. What about just a plain iron ring? Or an iron, whatever we're making, metal ring. Armor and distraction. So actually, for 10 weight, a little bit of armor is not a bad idea. What perhaps if we put some bone in there? Just less armor. Some better bone? Nope. What happens if we put a little bit of gold in with it? No. Plain wood? Just less armor. So let's go with just a gold, just a metal ring. And she can build that one for me. So we've made some jewellery, which we can pass over to these guys, and then we can equip. So you've got a gathering basket, you can get one of those, and the medic is actually going to get the better of the two metal rings. So that's armour and folklore. I actually want him to have the double armour ring, which is too heavy for him. In which case the gatherer can have the double armour ring, just to increase his armour a little bit. Inventory, we can actually grab another basket, and we can equip the expedition, and we can give that basket to the next person in line for a basket, which is you. And again, it's just all to do with getting these guys up to the point where they can gather effectively. So we've got another point, and I'm actually going to go with Watchtower for that point. So, our expedition. Come on, expedition. There we go. Got 9 days worth of food, so I'll actually transfer a little bit more food over to them. There we go, and we'll head them up towards where the Elvenwood was. Encounter in Ostroia. A small group of orcs travelling in the village, they ask to use your smithy. So I can tell them to go away, or I can let them use the smithy. If I let them use the smithy, they might attack me, but they also might be friendly towards me and give me resources. In fact, one of them might choose to join me because my smithy's so nice. So, okay. Thank you, friend. We will repair our weapons and learn some of our ways. So, two of them, an orcish worker, which is basically like a gatherer, and an orcish fighter, an orc version of a warrior, have joined us. The orc fighter has come with a floating shield, an ornamental axe, and scale coat, all 3 high-level items. And our orc warrior has come with a one-handed sword and some food and items. And in exchange, as well as giving us 2 people, they've also taught 3 of our characters, 2 of our crafters and 1 of our gatherers, how to use the forge more efficiently and increase their crafting skill by 3 apiece and their physical skill by 1. Let's have a look. He's got 20 strength, 24 hit points. He's not very good at speech, but he's got decent will. He knows traps and stealth. He's got animal kinship, which means that he's got better hunting skill. 29 damage, 39 armour. And our worker, only 2 gathering, but 4 craft, and a decent amount of damage and health. So that's actually welcome to the town. That's amazing. So if I go over into production, we can actually drop our orcish worker onto there, so we're gathering food a little bit more effectively. To be honest, I think probably what I'll do is I'll probably do that, because we don't need any more string really. We've got quite a lot of string, 239. So we actually want wood and that. Our orcish warrior is just absolutely insane. I wonder what I can do with him equipment wise. Can I give him anything? I could give, actually what I can do is I can give one of these guys gathering. So who was it? Samira was the one who got crafting, so his craft is 6 now. 7 with that. It's 6 because 3 from the orc and 3 from the smithy. 9 damage axe. I do have a slightly better axe. It makes him less attractive, but it deals a lot more damage, and he's got 1,000 carry weight. Ah, but he can't use it and a shield at the same time. I want him to have his shield. Production, crafting, jewelry. Throw that in there. Let's see if I can't do something useful with him with jewelry. That's divination, divination strength, armor. Yeah, let's just grab him an armor ring quickly. And we can equip our orc fighter with an armor ring. And something else we need to do is we need to make some light armor for people. We've got lots of string, so we can actually just use a plain shirt. It gives 2 armor. It's not a great amount of armor. It actually doesn't give any other benefits, so maybe if we add some leather in there, we can have a 2 armor shirt. What happens if we switch that round? 2 armor. But with leather, with string to bind, we can create a 3 armor shirt, 1 dexterity for 26 weight. That's pretty decent, really. So what we'll do is we'll create 2 leather shirts. In the meantime, we will continue these guys heading up this way, and we will set them up gathering elven wood. And because we have such a good collection of gatherers now because of the gathering bits and pieces, we can actually gather 6 elven wood a turn, which is great. Follow the tracks. So we can either hunt the bison or we can run away. Hunting the bison is a 3-point challenge. I'm just going to run away. It wasn't worth risking getting injured over a few bison. So some nice light armor for... He's got a lot of strength as well, so actually he can carry some pretty nasty items, to be fair. Like, doesn't have to worry too much about what he's carrying. We've got a spare leather jerkin. 13, 14, 17, 12, 24. So the orcs are really strong. Even the orcish crafter is a very strong warrior. During the midnight, Mamuna is seen escaping the village. All of the parents check their children in horror and discover the worst. One of the children has been switched for a changeling. Your wise ones gather and talk. The changelings can grow into many things. It could become a human, like adult, that will be strange but not evil. It could grow into one of many demons that practice the habits of switching. If that happens, there is no telling what it will happen. So we could kill the child immediately, but it is a child changeling. It might be a good child changeling, it might be evil. Let's let it grow up. Okay, so we lost a child and it grew up into a pinconetta. Part to your village. It loves its parents and thinks of itself as human. It seems to be a girl, probably. So a pinconetta is one of the demon creatures that we can gather. Let's equip so we can see it. This is the pinconetta. It's a kind of bird-like demon, and it's got adrenaline boost, which makes it great in physical challenges. It's got a high animal kinship, so it's a good hunter. It's got a little bit of traps, a little bit of stealth, so it's basically a hunting character by the looks of it. Stealth and traps. But we can't equip it with anything. It is just what it is. It has 500 carry capacity though, so it can carry items for us. And it's got clear mind, so it's not terrible in intelligence, in social tactical. It's not terrible in physical sickness. It's very good in hunting and sneaking challenges. And it's got a little bit of magic. Lots of willpower, good. So it's an odd character. It's not brilliant, but it's nice to have a little pinconetta around sometimes. I perhaps maybe would have preferred the child. How much? No, wrong one. How much have we got? We've got 30. A little bit more. How much do I need to build a watchtower? Production. Watchtower. I need 25 elven wood. Sorry, 50 elven wood to build a watchtower for elves. 36. 44, 50. So let's break camp, bring it back, and let's build ourselves an elven attraction. transfer the elven wood back, and I don't think they gained any other interesting items. No, they didn't. In the meantime, we can transfer the pendant across, and actually probably transfer across my orc worker, because he's not great at gathering or crafting, but he is in a way useful for combat and can just act as another source. I'm going to keep my orcish warrior here as a combat character here in town to protect the town. So let's give Isbor the gathering skill. And that sets us up ready to send these guys out, collecting and gathering, ready for the next round. In the meantime, we'll set up the production of the watchtower. 2 sets of elven wood and some gold. 22 experience. It does take 800 craft to build, but it's going to give us attract elf and 3 vision, or 2 vision, sorry, so it's going to increase our vision range and attract elf. Pinconetta, the barbarian orc, all can go on into crafting. So that's been this episode. In the next episode we will have a watchtower to increase how far our village can see. We'll have a chance of attracting elves, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!